Hello friends, today we are going to learn how to create some amazing kids storybooks using ChatGPT and Canva. Books that you can publish on Kindle, that is Amazon, and sell it, or books that you can share it with your friends and family. And I'm sure they are going to have a lot of fun with this. So our book is going to be all about fishes. Just for an example, you can create a book on any of the topics. So we have chosen all about fishes as the storybook. Let's get started. We would be using ChatGPT to start creating the content of this. So I have this ChatGPT in front of me, and I would start with giving ChatGPT a prompt. So consider yourself to be an expert storybook writer for kids. I am writing a small 10 pages storybook for kids of age 8 to 10 years on the topic. So what was our topic? All about fish for kids. All about fish for kids. Okay, so that's my headline. The story type could be a fiction, a mystery, a non-fiction, a fantasy, a comic, a fairy tale. So this is, the topic is more of learning, all about fish for kids. So let's leave it at that. We have given the number of pages for the kids, the age. Now help me with the content and the image prompts for the 10 pages, and let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. We will work on improving it further if we do not like what they came up with. So the title page, all about fish for kids, dive into the amazing world underwater, and an inviting underwater scene with colorful color. That's the image prompt. Then we have the page 2 content, the page 3 content, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, page 9, page 10. And that's all. So we have the content, we have the image prompts, and that's all what we need to create this amazing book for the kids. Now the next step, now that we have the content and the image prompts, we move to Canva, and over here we search for storybooks. Okay, storybooks for kids. So these are some of the templates. We won't need the templates, so let's click on this. Let's use one of these, or yeah, that's fine. So we use this one just for a brief outline. I won't be using any of this, so what I'll do is I'll leave them so that if I need to get some idea, I'll come back to this. I'll create a new page. Now that's the first page. I need an image over here, right? The image for the page 1, that's the title, all about kids, dive into the amazing world underwater, and the image prompt. So I copy the prompt here. I come back to Canva. I click on Dreamlab this time. I describe the image in words: an inviting underwater scene with a colorful coral, various fish swimming around and bubbles, a friendly cartoon style fish at the center with a big smile welcoming readers. Cool. I want this to be 3:4. Let this be smart. Okay. And create. I'll get some options, and here I have it. Let's say I go with this one. I download it. I come back here. I use this image, and what I do is I set it up as a background. Set image as background. Now that's the cover image of my book. But where's the text? The text would be all about fish for kids and dive into that's the subtitle. So I want to add a subtitle now. I go to text and I'll see if any of these templates work. So what I'll do is I'll take this text example and I'll take the text all about fish for kids, come back here, but it's not visible. So for it to be visible, what we do is, okay, this is good. I'll add some effects. One effect could be like this. I'll change the color maybe, but I'll preferably change the color of the effects. So the effect of the color could be okay, and then the subtitle of the book. We can add the subtitle. The subtitle is dive into this amazing. So I go back to text, add a subheading, dive into the amazing world of. So can we add it right here? So you can decide on that. I maybe again will use this and use this color, or maybe something else that makes it look okay. Let's keep it over here. This looks good, and maybe the author's name. So I'll again add a subheading. We give it a by. So authored by @Kids Fun Learn Club. I would come back here, go to elements. No, not the frames. I want a square, something like this. Okay, and make it maybe black, a bit transparent. Okay, so that's our cover image. We can put it at the bottom as well. We can bring the text here. So it depends on how you want it to look like. So that's the cover image done. The next page is the story page. So the story here is welcome to the underworld, but first we use the image prompt. Back to the image generator, we use this prompt, we click on create, a cheerful diverse gathering of fish from different environments like freshwater and saltwater with playful cartoonish expressions. Okay, so this one looks different. I download it here, I bring it back here, but it does not look good. So what I do is I go for elements, I search for frames, see all, and I look for something that would look different. Let's say I go with abstract. Okay, let's select this one, and here it is. Here comes the frame and the storyline. That's the storyline. I paste the content. So what we can do is, that's about designing the page. So let's say I divide the content in two parts, since it's a lot of content and the kids might get. So that's the first part, and that's the second part of the content. Now to make it look a bit better, we change the background color. Let's say we make it like this, and we change the font to some kidsy fonts. No, not this one. Something that's easily readable as well. Okay. Yes, this looks good. So that's Mary Kate 32. What I do is I do okay. So maybe I can keep it left aligned, and right here. So the shape isn't looking very good to me, so I'll try to look for some other frames. I'll delete this one. Let's say I use this one. Go back to uploads, select the image, put it in this frame, make it a bit smaller, and here it is. Now we can also add some elements here, so like underwater, or let's say fishes. So let's say we try and use this graphics. Okay, keep it left aligned. So here we have the first page done. Similarly, we can keep creating the next set of pages. So the second page content is fisher chef, blah blah blah. So that's my second page content. That's my second page image prompt. Create. So let's say we use this one, we download it and we bring it here. This time we use a frame that's simpler. Let's say this one. Okay, this frame is this. So that's our frame. So we can again copy the formatting, make it center aligned. And then we can keep replicating similar, and we can make it a bit transparent and send it back. So similarly we can create content for all the pages. I'll not create content for all the pages: page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, page 9 and page 10. So that's the last page. So I'll take the prompt, I'll come back here, create. Okay, I download this one. Once this is uploaded, I set this image as a background, and that's the final page. Now that we have all the I would do see this, I can also create shapes like this to put in our content. Like for this one, let's say here, layer it, send backward. So you can try all of these different options to make it look good and interactive, and at the same time fun for kids to learn. Now that you have all the pages designed, done, you are good to go. The next step would be I would delete these. So I have the 4 pages of the book ready. What I can do is I can simply go here and download it as a PDF, or what I can not downloading it as a PDF and reading it would be quite boring for the kids. So what we would do is we'll try to look at the option of having a flip book. Now to have it as a flip book, I'll come down here. Here we have an option called Hazine Flip Books or Simple Booklet Flip. Let's choose one of these. Click on open. I want all of these 4 pages. Okay, so save, and here it is preparing my design. Almost done. It's taking a while. So let's talk about publishing it to Amazon Kindle. You can surely do it. You can download this in the PDF and then upload it in the Kindle format, and that takes care of all of it. Now, design has been saved. View in Design Flipbooks. The flipbook is being processed. And it's done. Here is your flipbook. So if I do not register, the anonymous flipbooks are deleted after 1 week. If you want to save your flipbooks that you created, you can simply log in and or register and save it in your dashboard. For this purpose, I won't save it, I won't register, but here it is. Here is your book. And you can simply click on the arrow keys to move to the next pages and so on. So that becomes interactive, right? Now you can change the title, the page effect, sound on page turn. Let's say I want it to be like a book. Close, and let's now have a look at it. Now it's like more like a book. So here your flipbook is ready. Now you can save it and share it with your friends and family using this link. You can email them, you can embed it into your website as well, share it on social, or download it as a flipbook, download the reader app, and so on. So you can also have the QR code instead of the link and share it with your friends and family. So that's how you create amazing kids storybooks using ChatGPT and Canva. That's all what you need. Now let us come back to the prompt that we gave. The prompt was very simple. Consider yourself to be an expert storybook writer for kids. I'm writing a small 10-page storybook for kids. So instead of 10, it could be a 50-page storybook for kids of age between 4 to 5 years, 10 to 15 years, whatever age range you want to give on the topic. Now, if you also want to say, let's say I want to write a story, not a story, a 15-page storybook for, not a storybook, on the topic 58 for a storybook, which would be a comic book with a few comic characters. Let ChatGPT decide on what exactly for the 15 pages, and let ChatGPT decide on what comic book it wants to create. So Aqua Squad, because we created one on the fish topic, it suggested a relevant, an associated one. If you would have created a new, so here I have it. So it created characters, clues on the coral reef, a red herring, Ray's wisdom. So Ray is one of the character. So the meet the Aqua Squad. Finn, Luna, Bubbles, and Ray are on the thrilling underwater mission. Join them as they solve the mystery of the missing pearl. So that's a comic book. Now, depending on this, whatever you are wanting to write, I would suggest the best way to do it would be using one of the Canva templates. So that way you will have less burden on thinking about how to design or what to design. Choose any one of the templates that is closest to what you are wanting to do. My Big Adventure, that has 2 pages, Camp by Olivia, The Brave Adventure. So choose the theme that's close to your idea, and that way you do not have to bother about how to design the book, and you are done. Sea Animal for Kids. They say this, you are invited workshop, a storybook on a squirrel's whimsical adventures. So something like this. You can also get a lot of ideas from here. And you're done with creating an ebook that you can sell it on Kindle, you can publish and share it with your friends, your family, your kids, and that's all. I hope it was fun to learn, and should you have any questions on this topic, feel free to ask me in the Q&A section or in the comments. That's all. See you.